Nicky Hawkins outside the London Stadium, West Ham fans. Brian, it was a very, very nervy performance. And luckily, VAR went on our side this time.
And how long was that check, by the way? But listen, yeah, it was about the win today. Performance came second for me today, and I was just really chuffed with the win. Game wasn't the best, but again, it was about the win. It's a really big week for us. What I saw today was two poor teams. You can see why we're down where we are in there. If anything, Southampton probably had the best of the possession in both halves, but we had the clearer chances and looked a bit more controlled on the ball than them. I think, looking at some of the positives today for me, Nicky, there were some good performances. I think the back four, you could say the back five, are really good today. Fab pulled off a couple of really good saves, but I think our centre-backs were outstanding today. Emerson on the left was really good. And Kehrer as well had good positional sense. There was a couple of times today where he could have made some rash tackles, which he's done in the past, which he didn't. So it's very controlled by the back four, considering a couple of them are doing Ramadan as well. So really controlled performance. And in the midfield, I think Paqueta gave away the ball a few times, but he had a good game. He put his foot in today, and I was really pleased with his performance. Other than that, we were stretched a little bit. It was a really open game. When you look at it, I don't know what it looked like on TV, but it was really open.
I think, to be honest, Brian, at times, mate, it looked like schoolboy football. The ball bouncing, defenders letting balls bounce, and in midfield nowhere near the other midfield. It was a strange old game.
It was, and you had two teams that didn't want to press, so therefore it created a lot of space as well. And with our three in midfield, there were just Lavier for them, so 45, who had a bit of pace about him, and we were just getting outrun, so it made Soucek a little bit redundant. I said this a few months ago. Our play always comes down the left-hand side, right? And the very first 5-10 minutes of the game where Ben Rama didn't utilise that space, we got a little bit restless, and I was looking at Bowen thinking he's got all this space on the right-hand side and we're not utilising it. My theory, as I said then, was the fact that because Soucek's on the right-hand side of the three, it's about ball possession. To me, it's like the team or the individuals don't trust going down that side. If you look at the second half, when we needed Bowen to get in the game, once they made that change and they made those substitutions, Bowen was in the game because the attacks were then equally going down the right-hand side as well, because Soucek wasn't on the pitch. And this is not a disrespect thing to him, it's just an observation that I've noticed. But Moyes made the changes at the right time. I'm not saying that it was massively effective with the ones that came on, but Ings, unfortunately, didn't have an effective game, but I feel we didn't play to his strengths, and our wingers, as in Bowen and Ben Rama, didn't have the greatest of games, and that kind of costs. We know Ings is going to be a fox in the box, so we can't expect him to be a lone striker and then sort of run into space, because he ain't got the legs for that. But for me, big week, Nicky. We needed
It's a defining week.
It's a defining week, truly, because if we didn't win today, it would have put so much pressure on that Newcastle game. We can now go into that Newcastle game with a little bit of confidence and keep things in our hands, and hopefully then go to Fulham and, still have some confidence to then go there and pick up a point, a win, whatever. But it's a defining week, as you said, and for me, it's about having it in our hands, and that's what it's about, staying up. So,
look, we got to win today, mate. But there's been a lot of talk about the manager. He didn't look like he let him off the reins again today, which I think could cost us in games.
Yeah.
People saying it's too late to sack him. Leicester have sacked Rodgers today.
Yeah.
So, could that cost us in the end?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think the sacking thing is this: if we were to sack Moyes, it was before the World Cup. It's too late now. I think we know where the club stands with it. They're going to stick with him if we stay up or go down. So I think we need to move the agenda on now in terms of just focusing on where we're going to pick up points and what the team performances are. In hindsight,
but what does the future look like? I mean, even if we stayed up, what does the future look like under David Moyes? Is this a one-off? Is this a transitional season? Or is this what we're to expect from him?
Yeah, you and I know that things will be the same. So whether we stay up or go down, playing with the handbrake on and that kind of stuff. That's David Moyes. He's not going to change his philosophy overnight. So for me, the bigger plan is if we are to stay up and we win the cup or don't win the cup in Europe, it's for the board to kind of come up with a plan in order to decide whether our future lies with David Moyes or not. But for now, as a club, as supporters, our thing should just be focused on getting behind the team, which we did really well today, hoping we stay up and get as far as we can in the cup.
Great. Thank you very much, mate.